Hey guys, it's Ross with CitruScrub Carpet Cleaning here in Indianapolis, and today I wanted to explain to you why sometimes your carpet doesn't dry fast enough when it gets cleaned. Have you ever had that happen? Some guy comes in, he cleans your carpet, he tells you it's going to dry in 6 hours, and 3 days later it's still wet. I know it happens because my customers ask me about it all the time. And today I'm going to tell you how and why that happens. It all starts with pressure. Let me show you this pressure gauge here on my machine. It's adjustable. I can set it wherever I want. As you can see, I could crank it up to 1,000 if I wanted to. That'd be dumb. I keep mine right there at that notch at 450, and that is perfect. If you go much higher than that, the spray coming out of my cleaning wand is going to be so strong that it's going to penetrate through the carpet down into the backing of the carpet, and sometimes down even into the pad underneath the carpet. And that's no bueno. You don't want to go that deep with your cleaning solution. It's going to take forever for the carpet to dry. It's like a swamp cleaning, and I know you don't want that. So I checked this multiple times throughout the day to make sure it's pegged at 450, right where I want it. I don't want it to creep up on me and get your carpet too wet. More moisture, the more moisture you put into the carpet, the more you got to pull out, right? So hopefully that makes sense. The other reason your carpet may not dry out is because these machines are full of filters in the vacuum system. So a carpet cleaning machine makes water pressure, that it sprays that on your carpet, and then it also has to make vacuum to suck it back up, okay? So spray and suck. That's what carpet cleaning machines do. And in the vacuum system, there are a series of filters to keep debris and junk from getting into very expensive and vital parts of the vacuum system that would be catastrophic. So we get all these filters to protect the machine. This is a big filter here, and most professional cleaners will have some kind of an inline vacuum filter like this. I plug my vacuum hose into it, and then the vacuum hose runs all the way into your living room, and that's what I use to clean your carpet. And this just catches pet hair and all the junk, so it doesn't get into the machine. And I clean this multiple times throughout the day. And there are a lot of guys that clean this once a week, if you're lucky, and I'm not exaggerating. The problem is, like any filter, when this thing starts to get full, it impedes airflow, which means vacuum power dies, which means they can't pull as much out of your carpet anymore because they don't have any vacuum power. And on top of that, let me show you this. There's another filter here. This is also part of the vacuum system. There's a filter underneath this elbow here on the other side of this lid. And we're still not done. Let's come around to the back. Sorry, my van's a little dirty. It rained today and got a little road grime on it. Oh, what do you know? Here's another hatch. There's also a filter in here. So there are 3 filters in my vacuum system that all need to be cleaned at least on a daily basis, and there are a lot of guys that literally don't ever clean their filters, or maybe they do it once a week, and they're doing a disservice to you because they are not pulling enough moisture out of your carpet because their vacuum isn't powerful enough, and it's really just not fair to you. The last reason why your carpet might be too wet is because of how much hose they pull into your house and how they run the hose. And what I mean by that is this hose comes apart in 50-foot sections. The average job, I will need about 100 feet of hose, so that's 2 sections. But if it's a longer job, a longer hose run where I need 3 or 4 sections, as I work my way out of your house, I take sections off because the less hose I have splayed out all over the place, the better my vacuum power is going to be. So, you know, it's kind of to my own detriment because I got to stop what I'm doing and go out and take off a section of hose when I'm there to work and get your carpet looking good, not be messing with vacuum hose all day. But I do it because I want your carpet to dry, and I want it to dry quickly. So throughout the job, I come out and I take these sections off. You know what a lot of other guys do? They just pull the hose out the front door and they leave it flopped all over your driveway like that, all curled up. Every time you have a curve, one curve in the vacuum hose, that cuts airflow. It slows the velocity of the air down, and they have less vacuum power. So not only will they have way too much hose out, they might only need one section, but they're too lazy and they'll leave 3 or 4 sections hooked up. They also leave it all coiled up like that outside the front door. If I do have a little excess hose, I make sure that I lay it out nice and flat so there's nice smooth airflow and you are getting top-notch extraction inside your house where I'm cleaning, and your carpet is gonna dry as fast as possible. Now, there are a lot of tall tales out there. There are guys that claim they can clean your carpet and it's gonna dry in 2 hours. You know, if they're doing some kind of dry cleaning process, maybe, but if they're doing steam extraction, sorry, pipe dream, not gonna happen. It's fake. Fake news, don't believe that. It will feel dry to the touch after maybe 6 to 8 hours on average. And a lot of guys aren't gonna like that I'm saying this, but it is the absolute truth. And in all honesty, there are parts of your carpet that won't dry until overnight. The key though, the key and the great equalizer is airflow. So, a good carpet cleaner is gonna bring a big ol' honkin' fan like that into your house and move it around, and that thing will cut hours off the dry time. So the next time you get your carpet cleaned, just watch and see if they bring something like that in there. See that hole in it right there? I set it next to the exhaust of my van one time, and it melted a hole in it. So it's cosmetic, but that fan still works great. I think I've given you some things to think about. One, the pressure should not be up too high, the water cleaning pressure. 2, the filters on the machine need to be kept clean. 3, there should be the least amount of hose as possible used on any given hose run. And 4, just seeing if you're paying attention, 4, the hose should not be allowed to lay around all coiled up. It should be nice and straight. Y'all have any questions, hit me up. I'll smell you later.